All right, so today I'm going to show you how to install a Wiremold box. Today we're going to go over Wiremold, how to install it. It's probably one of the best surface raceways that we could ever use. And for the most part, Wiremold comes in different colors. You can paint it. It's very versatile. This is a metal conduit. They do make non-metallic conduit, but it's up to you what you prefer to use. I like the metal only because I can also use it as another grounding means, which is actually pretty good when you start to think about. It's good as a good grounding means because when you use non-metallic stuff, it's accessible to damage, and here you really have to crash into this to bend it. So when you make your decision on if this is what you're going to use, that's what you want to think about. Is it in a high traffic area that could actually expose this to physical damage? You don't want to do that, okay? So what we're going to do today is we're going to install back straps. I like these straps. They sit up against the wall, and when we snap them, we snap the surface raceway on, you don't actually see any type of strapping, which is actually, something that's a little bit cleaner, okay? We're using an 1.5-inch box. Basically, all you have to do is mount this box to the wall, run your wire through the conduit, make your splice, put your devices in, put the cover on it, you're done. Okay, it's a very simple project. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so at this point, we're going to install Wiremold. Okay, we're going to install our 4x4 box. We're installing Wiremold 700, which is actually about 3/4 of an inch, and it gives us a lot of room where we can run somewhere between 5 to 8 conductors, depending on the size wire you're running. We have an elbow installed here because what we're going to do is we're going to install this piece of Wiremold into the ceiling. This part here is what we call the throat, and what it is the end of the Wiremold will actually slide over the top of it to make a good connection. I'm going to slide it down. I want you to watch it. See that? Okay, so we've installed these back straps. Installing the back straps are very easy. All we have to do is take our Wiremold and just give it a good hit. If it doesn't clip, take the back end of your pliers, give it a shot, and it'll snap it in place and snap it to the wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue down, and we're going to install 2 more boxes. Straight pieces, very simple. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to measure out our piece in between. So what we're going to do is we're going to be taking our dummy end of the measuring tape, and we are going to look at about, it's about 1/2 inch in. And we're going to come over here on the other side. And we're looking at what? Go ahead and bring it right to the wall. We're looking at about 92 inches. So we're going to cut our Wiremold 700 at 92 inches. So now what we're going to do is we're going to install the cover, okay? And basically this becomes our box, okay? This is a surface raceway. As you can see on the sides, they've got all kinds of knockouts. And what you have to remember is that the first knockout is for Wiremold 500. The second knockout is for Wiremold 700. So these boxes will accept both. You just have to remember which one you're knocking out. Now, we're using Wiremold 700, the 700 series. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount this box here like this, but in order to get the raceway in, we have to knock it out. So how do you do that? You take your pliers or your clines and you break the piece and you just rock it back and forth until the little spot welds pop off. Your best bet is to take your needle nose and then just hit the little piece that actually accepts the 700. Take that off and you're all set. Now, what you can do is you can put it over the top. There are a bunch of screws on this box here, okay? The screws, the small screws that are recessed, those are the ones that are actually the package is gonna have 4 screws. Those 4 screws mount to the backer plate in order to hold the box on. So let me show you how to do that. Slide them in. Once you get the first one in, I always go diagonal. Make sure I hit the raised portion. Tighten it down, and I do the next one below it. Slide it in, tighten it down. You only have to go a few threads in. You don't want to cave in the box. You just want to do it enough to get it in place. Once it's in, box is secure, you're done. All right, so that's it. So putting Wiremold or a surface raceway up is very simple. It just takes time. So what you have to remember is, as long as you plan out your project, make sure everything's level, and understand exactly how many circuits you're going to need or what you're installing. This is a little bit of a different case, but you know what? Anybody can put this in a home, business, office, anywhere, okay? All right, so with that being said, hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments, do me a favor, leave me a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed already, please do me a favor, subscribe, hit the little bell. And as always, have a great day and be safe.